I believe they told us we make sales order processing look exciting, which I don't think has ever been uttered in the English language ever before. All right, I'm here with my friend Angela. Angela, how are you this afternoon?
Hey, I'm good, Alex. How about you?
I am great. Okay, so Angela, tell us about your role here at Sparkhound.
Yeah, absolutely. I manage our product and process teams, which means that really I work with the customer to figure out what their business needs are. We help match that to the technology or maybe just an improvement in how they do things day to day, and come up with a holistic solution and make sure that we deliver as our customers are expecting.
Yeah, so you're part, Angela, of our digital transformation team, which encompasses a lot of our tech heavy stuff, right? Application development, low code, analytics, and you're talking about the human element of things. So, where does that fit in, kind of the human side with a lot of our tech first type of initiatives?
Yeah, these days, AI is obviously the name of the game. It's the words you hear everywhere. But there's always a human understanding that has to go along with that. There's only so much the tools can do for us. So when you're going into a process and say, "Hey, we are super inefficient at this one piece. We want to make it better." You have to start by understanding how do you work today? How do you want to improve? What's the end goal? And
Right.
not just that one piece and automating one piece, but how does that fit into your broader vision? What are your strategic goals? So we're not really just myopic in just this one area. We want to
Right.
understand how to improve things for your people, and how we can take that improvement in the long term, not just immediately.
So I know that you're involved with a wide variety of things. In fact, we were just on a call with someone who was talking about logistics and finance and HR and all
Right.
over the place, right? What are some of the
Yeah.
more common challenges, though? I'm sure you can kind of boil it down into some really simple things. What are some common issues that our customers are coming to you and coming to Sparkhound with regards to like process improvement?
Sure. I mean, we usually get kind of two different types of calls. Either someone says, "I have this one process. Maybe it's AR, it's accounts receivable.
Hmm.
We know that our folks operate very differently between the 10 people that do these very specific tasks. And we need to focus on this one task and get our people doing things that are more cerebral
Yeah.
and get them doing things that are more relevant to their skill set versus button clicking. And other customers say, "I have all these things I want to do. I don't know where to start. Can you help me rein in my thoughts? Can you help me focus on an area that's going to give me the best bang for my buck and the best business value for my organization, and help us really focus on where to start?"
So another challenge that I'm going to ask you to help clarify here, because we get this question a lot, and this is getting a little in the weeds here with some of the
I know where
products.
you're
But
going.
sometimes people are asking us, okay, I need process mining or task mining. Can you help explain the difference between the two and when someone might know which direction to go?
We get this all the time.
Yeah.
Task mining, the easiest way to think of it is someone clicking a button. If we're doing a manual, very specific task, it's following the button clicking, recording how one person creates or follows a process versus others. Where are the anomalies between how one person operates versus another? And looking at placing the recording on the specific button clicks versus process mining is looking at the entire process beginning to end. This is often with the event logs, you're looking at an application itself. Where are things getting hung up? Where am I not able to do certain things versus others? So that's really the process. Are you focusing on how we're doing very manual tasks versus the broader process in general?
So, question for you, just in terms of where the technology has gone, because I know you've been in this role for a while here at Spark. I'm not asking you to show your age or anything like that, of course. But
No,
just in
sir.
terms of, look at, you mentioned AI being a buzzword, and look how far that's gone just in the last 2 years. In the last, many number of years here, with AI being a part of that, of course, like where are you seeing technology shift the way people's process improvement needs have shifted? Like, kind
Right.
of what was the before, a lot of the tools that we have at our disposal now versus what people are doing differently now?
Right. Um, the really exciting thing about where tech has taken us these days is our conversations with customers. And we go from being theoretical about,
Mhm.
we think that we can save you this much money by becoming this percent more efficient. It was really a theoretical conversation and saying, see, we think we improved by this much. But now with these actual recordings, we can get more quantitative in what those results are. We can take a recording and say, so you think it was 10 minutes for this process, it's actually 15, and 10 people are doing things all different ways. And then we can record afterwards and say, this is how much time or cost we have actually saved you.
Sure.
The proof is in the recording, and then we can continue to improve that over time and use tools like Copilot with Power BI and some of those tools to just monitor those improvements over time and continue to record those results and watch those metrics evolve over time.
That difference though, 10 to 15 minutes, the before and after, like it may not seem like much, but we have examples where 5 minutes, it adds up, right? And across 5 minutes
Absolutely.
across one person every single day, not to mention 10 people, maybe it's 500 people. That 5 minutes is time that we
Mm-hmm.
can get back. To your point about the quantitative, it's making a huge impact, I know. So maybe in closing, can you tell us a little bit about where you've seen something specific, where we're
Yeah.
seeing some great examples of savings that we're helping out, and the technology is helping customers out with?
Sure. This is one of my favorite clients that we've had was an alcohol distributor, and they had a very manual process where sales orders would come into an email address and be manually reviewed multiple times, rekeyed into JD Edwards, and reviewed again multiple times against the PDF order form that was submitted, and then finally submitted for sales order processing. We use a task mining recorder to record what those manual tasks were and those button clicks within JD Edwards, even down to the amount of times that they would look at the PDF compared to JD Edwards and do that re-examination over and over again.
Hmm.
And then we were able to automate that process and use some RPA to get that process automated to where they could focus on other things,
Yeah.
working with the customers, communicating with them about their sales, and not just focus on that repetitive process and that
Right.
extra button clicking. So it was a great project. And I think, and that one's a 97% improvement on how quickly their sales orders were processed. We're working with them now to incorporate additional customers to automate in the same way.
I believe they told us we make sales order processing look exciting, which I don't think has ever been uttered in the English language ever.
Probably never. I mean, I think their jobs are way more exciting than ours, but we're happy to make that somewhat boring process exciting for
Yeah.
them.
Well, great. Angela, thank you so much for your time today and have a good rest of your day.
Thanks, Alex.